what we want to do now is, here Professor Amte from Department of Technical Education is with us, and both of us we want to interact with you on this 3-day program. We want to get your feedback. We want to know about whether you enjoyed, you think something, what was there a match between what you expected and what you actually experienced. Do you want some things to change? So we want a feedback. It's very important if you want to improve anything. So this is actually a experiment of the first experiment of this kind in IIT, and well, to be precise, we want you to get excited about doing research in chemical engineering. Okay. So we have used the research in IIT Bombay as a vehicle to communicate the thrill or excitement of doing research in chemical engineering. There are multiple reasons why we wanted to do this. One was we wanted to communicate that, well, there is a lot of difference between now what you study in your undergraduate program as a chemical engineer and the current modern day frontier research in chemical engineering. Okay. There is a lot of gap. Nevertheless, the training that you receive as a chemical engineer helps you to cope up with anything. Like Professor Chandra said, actually, we are chemical engineers are best system engineers. We can look at any system. Whether it is climate, whether it is biological system. In last century we looked at chemical systems. Now we are going to look at different systems. Okay. For us, whether it's a nanoscale or entire Earth, doesn't matter. Now we are trained to look, we are trained to abstract, what are general system principles, energy balance and material balance, balances. We are kings of balances, and then we can actually model, we can find out what are generic properties and exploit that wonderful training to work with any system. Okay. So the excitement that is there in the new areas of chemical engineering, okay, that's what we wanted to communicate. Now we want you to get excited about research in chemical engineering, and not necessarily that you come back to IIT Bombay. Okay. There are many places where you can do good research in chemical engineering. You can go to other IITs, you can go to IISc, you can go to NCL now, or in Hyderabad, Indian Institute of Chemical Technology, or NCL Pune have PhD programs, or even they have now MTech programs. I think they have newly started MTech programs. So you can choose to work within India. There are many exciting places where very high standard of research is going on, and if this program excites you to do look at research as a exciting career, we have achieved something. Well, of course we'll be happy if you want to choose IIT Bombay as your destination, but basic idea is to get you excited about and if you see the lectures, we have tried to emphasize the generic aspect of all the research areas, and then of course specific things that are going on in the department too have been highlighted. But idea was to tell you that, well, this is a exciting career path. Okay. So now we would like to know more from you. There's one thing which I want to communicate before I hand over and listen from you, and please be open. Like I heard yesterday in session with PhD students, it went on for 2.5 hours, and then there was a lot of lively discussion. So we would like to know what are your comments. That one thing that I want to communicate is that one misconception about research is that you have to be super brilliant, you have to have some very high IQ to do research. That is not correct. You have to have, well, above average intelligence, no doubt, but you have to have passion. You should want to do it. So it depends upon how much you want to do it. Okay, that is the most important thing. Then you can overcome any other deficiency. Let's say you are not good in maths, doesn't matter. Okay, if you want to work on some problem, you want to work on climate, you want to work on nanoscience, you want to work on drug delivery, okay. The reasons might be different, because somebody is passionate about pollution and world problems, somebody wants to work for drug, for helping cancer patients, whatever. Different people have different reasons to get into this. Some people want to have nice career in multinational or teaching, or there could be variety of options. Now you have seen that in last 10-15 years there has been tremendous growth in the industrial activity in India, and as a consequence there are many multinationals have set up their R&D bases in India. The same is true about Indian companies, HPCL, Reliance, these companies are going big way into research, okay, because these companies cannot survive globally. They have become global companies. If they have to survive, they have to have very strong research base. Now they want to hire PhDs not in ones and twos, they want to hire PhDs in 20s, 50s, 100s, okay. So the Shell R&D center in Bangalore, or GE R&D center in Bangalore, these are huge. They employ, I think GE center has something like 600 or 700 PhDs working. So they want highly trained people, and there are many places in India where you can do very high quality of research, okay. So you don't have to necessarily go somewhere outside. Things have changed when we were students, 30 or 40 years back, 20 years back, whatever, and now, okay. Now there are many exciting possibilities. So one thing that you need is that you should want to do it, okay. Second thing that you need for research is perseverance. You need tremendous patience, you need tremendous perseverance. If you have these two qualities, okay, it's basically training to work independently on a problem, okay. So as I told you in the beginning, when the PhD students that we have here, they are our future colleagues. They are no longer students. As they grow and become a PhD student, a student completes his PhD, he is our colleague, okay. So there is a difference between an undergraduate student and a faculty, and a PhD student and a faculty. So we are grooming people to be our colleagues, okay. So research in chemical engineering is has lot of potential, lot of employment potential, okay, on different fronts, national laboratories, academic institutions, and R&Ds, many R&Ds, okay. So now this is a first experiment that we have done, so we would like to hear from you. What were your impressions? What do you think, what way we can improve, okay. Do you think this 3-day period was too short, too long, was there too much bombarding, okay. So whatever are your experiences, we would like to, sorry, Amte, Professor Amte, actually Dr. Pisai had come, and yes. So I think Professor Amte was discussing with you informally yesterday during the dinner, so, and I saw a lot of you talking to him, so now you should say it.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank MHRD, IIT Bombay, and especially Sachin sir and all the staff here who helped us in the smooth conduction of this workshop. This workshop really changed the perspective about the research in chemical engineering. What we had, the idea was the conventional research. So here we saw that research has been multidisciplinary, and it has really changed the perspective. So I would like to thank on behalf of everyone, MHRD and IIT Bombay.
Can you identify yourself?
My name is Santosh Shinde from VIT Pune. Thank you.
Good evening, all of you. Hello. Okay. Okay. First of all, I would like to thank you for inviting us to participate in this workshop and for providing us to share our views and visions.
Please identify yourself first.
Myself Kalpana from VNIT Nagpur.
You are postgraduate.
Yeah, no, I am PhD student. I am PhD research scholar. I think the period of it is very short period, 3 days workshop. It should have 1 week at least workshop period, and that's all. Of course, I would like to offer my sincere thanks to Professor Sachin Patwardhan and Professor Amte, all professors from IIT, PhD students, and chemical department for their valuable support. And yes, we are immensely grateful for your excellent conduct of this workshop and for food arrangement, accommodation. Thank you, sir. And the presentations were very helpful. And the open interactions with faculty, of all faculty and research scholar or PhD students were a very good idea. And lab sessions were also very exciting. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so let me, to steer the discussion, let me ask you some more questions, if you can answer that. Do you think we should have gone deeper in some subject? Do you think 1.5 hours was too less? Okay, so should we have, say, 1 day for each area and give some more details? Okay.
Tech, PhD students. So from that level, fundamental, then up, one level up. It should be like that. But the overall program was very nice, fundamental. All aspects are tried to cover, especially that open interaction of that was very fantastic. With faculty member, all after each presentation, there was a open interaction with the faculty member that I liked very much. It was very
Okay.
Myself Sushmita Kole from ICT, Mumbai. I am not a chemical engineer over here. I am a pharmacist basically, and I am doing my PhD in bioprocess technology. So most of the topics that were covered over here really did have recent advances in chemical engineering as the workshop title was named as. But then today the first lecture was titled as reaction engineering and separation, which was not, I mean, then I guess it was catalytic separation or something. So I will want to emphasize if a little bit of bioprocessing and separations could be incorporated next time, so that we can also be, I mean, we were benefited, that was obviously very much sure, but then still if the topics of bioprocessing can be incorporated in this.
Okay, so you wanted something more deeper than
Yes,
just
because
exposure.
the first day was really very helpful. The lab visits especially were nice. The collides and nanomaterial laboratories that we had visited, it was really very helpful. But if the theoretical part, as was covered like the climate one or the simulation, the presentation that were conducted, if in the similar manner, a little bit of bioprocessing and biotechnology oriented things, how both the subjects are getting closer, like chemical engineering and biotechnology. Because some of us are from a little bit biological sciences oriented, and we have come in the chemical engineering domain. So a little bit more about it.
Okay, thanks. That's a
Thank
good
you.
feedback. Are there other students from pharmacy background? Would you want to say something? Yeah, because biotech. No, Krishna, there are some pharmacy students. I think Professor Amte wants to have some feedback probably.
No, I think take into consideration your requirements, your needs, and see to it that we can arrange some similar workshop. Probably IIT may not be able to help us in that regard. Or
Yeah, no, some things we can. Some
Okay.
things we can. We have to.
because if we have to invite some faculty from outside,
That is also.
so let us see if then you have to take a active participation, because we don't know as such whom should we invite. Sir, in joint collaboration with IITB, we will try to address this issue also. But give us some time.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Amrita. I'm also from a pharmacy background. I'm doing my PhD in pharmaceutical sciences. So,
In ICT.
yes, from ICT Mumbai. Sir, it was very interesting. The first day per se was very interesting for all of us because it covered the interdisciplinary sciences, like especially like some things like system biology was very interesting for all of us. And to know that chemical engineers are like, you know, getting more and more into the domain of biological sciences was pretty interesting to note. Again, the lab visits were very helpful, but the 2 days, which like today, SciF part was very nice, but the core chemical engineering, of course, we didn't get much from it. But as you said, that if you could arrange something in collaboration with biological sciences also, that would be really helpful for us, because we would know that how we could collaborate or how we could work together to do something better like in our research. So that was what I wanted to give as a feedback. But overall, the workshop was very impressive, and we really like the attitude of PhD students. They went all out to share their research interests with us, and wherever they could help us, like they were very open. So that was really motivating for all of us.
Oh, that's nice to know. Yeah.
Sachin Patwardhan in future is going to arrange something on that topic also. So if you need it, you can pre-book your seats right now. But this is only for PhD students.
This is very good workshop. The initiative which you have carried out is very nice because it opens up new avenues for edtech students. When I was in my masters, I didn't know something like this existed. Maybe my orientation would have been different. I would have tried for a PhD in IIT. Like coming from a pharmaceutical sciences background, I would always think that IIT does not have something which is like more specific for me. So it was really interesting to note that we are working more in interdisciplinary areas. So even like tech students, like pharma students can, you know, come in IIT and work. So it was an eye opener for us. Like, you know, like henceforth there'll be more career options available for like if I had to guide someone, I would tell them that look into IIT website. There are many more options available. So this was definitely an eye opener for all of us. Thanks
That's
again.
nice.
All MTech students also, you kindly note what she has said, and if you really appreciate that thing, then that would be, we'll say ki the purpose of the workshop is served, because interdisciplinary and what she has really told ki it's not confined to your branch only. So please take something from that.
Yeah, actually, just to add before you say that, see what you might have realized is that, more and more so that the department names make sense only at the undergraduate level. Okay, beyond that, it is becoming so interdisciplinary. It's hard to, you know, put boundaries and say that this is chemical engineering and this is material science and this is, mechanical engineering. So it's becoming very hard. The things that, you know, we would probably be proud of, like coal gasification. I find more colleagues in mechanical engineering doing work in that area than chemical engineering. Okay, or thermodynamics of phase equilibria. There are more people working in refrigeration and looking at thermodynamics of mixtures than now we are doing. So things have changed so much that it's unbelievable. It's becoming these boundaries have no meaning any longer, probably, other than your undergraduate degrees. After that, what is happening is completely interdisciplinary. That's what, if you're, if you can see that now through this workshop, that's a good achievement. It's the problems are very, very complex. You need everyone to collaborate, okay, and come up with solutions. And it's going more, at one end, it's going more and more towards science, and very, very interdisciplinary. Climate studies, such an interdisciplinary area. Everyone has to. They have even activities related to humanities aspect of climate studies. It's everything is related. You cannot separate and work. Yeah.
Hello, sir. I would like to thanks to MHRD and IITB for conducting this wonderful workshop, and thank for inviting us.
Identify yourself.
Oh, sorry, sir. Rahul from LIT Nagpur, and thank for inviting us to attend this workshop. Usually we think in the conventional way we thought that there is only conventional way to do the research in the chemical engineering, but just by attending this workshop, we find out the various stream where we can do the research and we can conduct we can participate in the research. Thanks for inviting us. I would like to add only one thing. The span of this workshop should be at least 1 week, and it should be conducted in at least 6 months in a year. And mostly
Once in 6 months.
once in a 6 month. Sorry, not 6 month. At least once in 6 month, and we would like to join every year, every semester, and the session, the interaction session should be a little bit more, so that we can get more idea about the research field, and we can join in that research field, sir.
So are you doing your MTech or your
Yeah, right now I'm doing MTech, sir, in a
MTech,
petrochemical.
second year MTech?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening, sir. It's very great to be here. I am Harshal on behalf of Dr. Batu Lonere. We all got new vision towards the life, and our mind is broadened totally. And if possible, we are interested to join such programs again and again. And last 3 days were really exotic and great. And we like to join IIT Bombay for our research work and for our PhD programs. Like there are a lot of research programs which are related to our chemical engineering with conventional engineering and also the modern branches. So, and thanks for the accommodation, food and everything, sir. And I'm also thanking to MHRD and IIT Bombay. Thanks again, sir.
Namaste, my name is Apeksha Tiwari. I'm from LIT Nagpur, and I wish to give my sincere thanks to IIT Bombay.
Are you undergraduate, postgraduate?
I'm an undergraduate student. And
Final year, gone to the final year.
And research does appeal to me. So collectively, lab visits and lecture series did succeed to a very large extent in giving us a flavor of what research really is. So this experience was something which I'm grateful for. That's all. Thank you.
Are there more undergraduate students here? Yeah. You can. Maybe if you want to say something, because postgraduate students have already made a choice to do a research. Okay, you are still, in the process of getting into launching a career. So yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself Dhananjay Mahale. I am from LIT Nagpur. I am a final year MTech student. Sir, first of all, I have to thanks to all the facilities given to us. Thanks to you, thanks to MHRD and all the colleagues which are working with you. Sir, I want to suggest that recent advances in chemical engineering, but the focusing is only on IITs rather than globally thinking is very important, because there are the many researchers across the India. So this make us help to select our career path as a chemical engineer, because this is the first program that I have attended in recent advances, which makes me feel actually proud to be a chemical engineer, really speaking. So, sir, I'm requested to think globally rather than only concentrating on IITs, because not all students are pass out from IITs, but we are interested to join IIT, but we are not aware of what are the researches are going on in IITs, or what are the path they have taken. And also the next thing is that the time is allotted is very less. So we are whatever the professor giving, they are trying to give at their level, but the only overview is presented rather than details of their research, because we are interested to start our research from the little bit point of view. So the detail is given only if you are allowing the time to them. So this is also one of the thing. Okay, fine, sir. Thanks.
So do you want to say something? You are undergraduate? Yeah? So just a response to your thing that this particular one we organized in a very short period of time. So initially, even I was thinking of inviting some faculty from, say, NCL, okay, or from IISc Bangalore, so other neighboring institutes, like IIT Gandhinagar, and or even from ICT, okay. But we thought of this idea in a very short period of time. It was quite difficult. But next time we'll keep this in mind that probably you should not you should get a more broader exposure. And for what you are saying, going deeper, we probably have to have some focused workshops. Like Professor Venkatraman is now conducting a workshop in climate, which is I think 3 or 4 day workshop.
Next week we are having a summer school in climate, and for that also we invited students from everywhere. We have about 32 students who have applied from different parts of India to come and spend 1 week with us. So something like that in focused areas, as you're pointing out.
Yeah.
We can will give you more of flavor of that area. Maybe even as he was suggesting, mentoring the MTech research.
Yes.
Giving them some ideas, giving them some direction.
Yes. Actually, it's possible to do if there is some dialogue between your guide and some faculty here. It's possible to do some part of your MTech thesis or ME thesis here in IIT Bombay. I mean, you can formally register as an external student, pay some fees, and do part of your project here. Okay, that is also possible. Okay, so these possibilities are there. Okay, of course, this we have to do at a level of contacting your supervisors, and it cannot be just done with you. But these possibilities exist. And second thing, we'll keep it in mind to hold more detailed focus workshops like the summer school. In which we can actually. So, for example, one thing that many of you expressed was simulations. I think Professor Atik Malani gave a very nice lecture on simulations, and many of you showed interest. But there are no formal books or there are no formal courses anywhere. So probably we can organize a short-term course on simulations, and we can keep you informed about it so that you can join such programs. I think there is a need to do that, focus programs, but that is not possible in such a short program. I mean, you have to. This was the idea of this program was to get you excited. Okay, once you are interested, then path is easier. So maybe we can keep when we do this, we'll keep TechWeb colleges informed about such programs. Keep sending information. And yeah.
Hello sir, I am Dheeraj Nimje from LIT Nagpur. As I have already said that for BTech students it was a really helpful program. I also feel that 3 day was a little shorter period and it should be at least for a week and the topic should be deeper. But being an UG student, what we feel that everything is tracked and channeled narrowly. There are specified textbook for everything. And for getting admission into some institute, we have to qualify some examination. There will be given some course and syllabi, and there we have to just work on it and do something like that. Even for MTech, we also feel that wherever we go in college, there will be one guide will be allotted to us. That would not be of our choice, and he will give his topic to us, and we'll have to work on it or something like that. But coming here, all the misconceptions were completely erased, that you are flexible enough to go and choose whichever you feel you want, whether it's interdisciplinary, whether you want to move out of your field of comfortability or your field of work, whether you want to work with people with different disciplines, each and everything. It was really helpful. One suggestion I have is we got really little time in open sessions with the PhD students. So next time when such program happens, especially for BTech student, make their accommodation in the same hostel where PhD students are staying. So that would be. So no, it also has another meaning, but at least they can have more personal interaction with them, because it's kind of a very big decision for BTech students that where to go and what to choose. and they have many options. Jobs is one of them, which is very attractive, but maybe not so feasible. So this is one suggestion. Thank you.
Okay, that's a nice feedback.
Somebody from last row.
Good evening, sir. My name is Nitish Mane. I am from TKIT Varnanagar, Kolhapur. First of all, we are thankful to Quip for arranging this program, and I am thankful to all teachers, PhD students for share his valuable things, and it is very helpful for our research, and I am very thankful to all direct and indirect those people who are help us. Thank you, sir.
My name is Prajakta Phule. I am from LIT Nagpur. First of all, thank you so much for this program and thank you so much for inviting us. I would like to give one suggestion that whenever you organize this program next time, organize it a little later, like when this is just a starting of MTech right now, and we have not selected our project topics. Like whenever we are visiting any lab and meeting any student, like PhD scholars, they are asking what is your research area or what is your project topic. Like we have not yet selected our project topic, and we couldn't answer them. And if we have selected our project topic, and then we could have more interaction with them, and we could have got more knowledge on our research area or whatever the project topic is. So I would like to say that organize this program little later.
Timing should be changed.
This is very early stage, and that's it.
Good evening, everyone. Myself Saurabh Juglekar. I am second year PG student. I'm doing MTech. And
from where?
From LIT Nagpur. So what perception I had when I came here was, being a second year student, I needed a project to do my MTech and most probably do my PhD in that. So what perception I had, I should know what advances right now, where chemical engineering is standing in with respect to research, and what are the probable areas where I can do research, what is good for my PhD. So this has helped me a lot, as rightly said by sir, that what was taught 30 years back is still being taught right now, and what reality is there, research is at somewhere else, and what is being taught to us is something very different. Though it is very basic, but the correlation, it is very difficult to correlate both the things. So it was a very helpful sessions, and also about what everyone said, that all the topics should be taken in more depth. I would disagree with that, because this is a session where topics needs to be just introduced to everyone, and whomsoever is interested in that topic, it is his duty to go in deeper into that, because, and all the professors are very much open here, they would also help us. And with that note, I would thank everyone, thank PhD students for guiding us informally many times, and I thank for their patience during the lab visits. Thank you, everyone.
Good evening, sir. Myself Vijay Bhange from HJS and HJS INT Institute. First of all, I will thanks to MHRD and IIT Bombay also for organizing this workshop. While coming here, we we thought that this is workshop for PhD students, but we are UG students, undergraduate. So we thought this will not much helpful. But after coming here, we are able to think that there are many recent advances in chemical engineering. So we are able to fix our direction and future plans also. In our college, not there are well-equipped labs, but while coming here, we are able to see the all valuable equipments also, and able to study what is the basic in chemical engineering also. And I will suggest that
if this program is for BTech students, it will be more helpful and we are able to understand basic also, because it is a PhD level. So we are not understand that much. So if it for BTech students, we will get more helpful for us also.
So you are saying that you
still
want to
it is
lower
very
the level of lectures so that BTech students also understand. That is what you want to say?
Yeah, somewhat BTech students.
Okay, they were a little higher than what.
Yeah,
what your
somewhat
exposure
little
is.
higher, but it was very fantastic, and all the faculties, Krishna sir, Riju sir, and everyone is, all the PhD students have helped at each and every stage in these 3 days. So thank you everyone. Thank you.
Good evening, sir. Myself Shakir Sheikh. I am from TKIT Varnanagar. When we are coming, I don't know this workshop is carried out in IIT. When colleges told us you have to go in IIT for this workshop, I thought that this is the nice opportunity to me to grab the various whatever the researchers carry out in IIT, to see whatever the different equipments available, and to interact the PG students for to choose our career.
So you are doing MTech there?
No, sir. I am an undergraduate student.
Undergraduate student. Okay.
So thanks to MHRD and IIT Bombay for organizing this such a program. Thank you.
So would one question is that after going through such a program, would you think of taking up research career? Not necessarily, as I said, not necessarily in IIT Bombay. But would you think seriously of, how many of you would just raise your hand? I mean, you can be frank. If you think you want to go to industry, it's fine. Just raise your hands again. Yeah, all of them. Yeah. And was there a change in your thought when after you attended the workshop, or how many changed their mind? Yeah, that's a nice feedback. So I think anyone wants to speak? I can.
I have a question for all of the participants. So far, nobody has told me, or told us rather, कि throughout these 3 days, I like this area and I would like to carry out, or I would like to study in this area and do my research. That is what we are expecting. You should go from here, finalizing some area, not the topic at least. Topic, it's not possible. But I would like to do research in this area, this fascinates me. And I would again come back to IIT for getting more help on this issue. But I am a bit disappointed that nobody has done this so far. You have done. Then could you please elaborate what area you are going or looking for?
I want to do research in process control area.
Okay. So you
this
have
workshop,
identified and you would again come back to
IIT Bombay. Yeah.
Okay. So anybody else?
I am from Batu, Lonere.
Okay.
My name is Pallavi.
Because we want that outcome, as an outcome of this workshop, at least this activity needs to be carried further and on a continuous basis.
I would like to do my research in electrochemical field. It's like new field and it has very vast interest. So that will be, means we visited last day, yesterday we visited electrochemical lab. So there are some works are going on gas chromatography, then and means electrical chemical cells are using there. So
you got excited about it. When
yeah.
You saw all that.
So with the permission of your supervisor there in your institute, if you want to enroll for that facility which is available in the department, I think you should carry ahead your work.
Yes.
Because then that will be first step in your career. You can continue in research also.
Yeah, you want to say something? smart polymers or drug delivery. Oh, that's nice.
There are two topics which interested me, and the one is something related biology. I would like to do work in third generation biofuel feedstock, and the second one's topic climate. I would really like to go further in this topic also.
Actually, we are UG students. So while after coming here, I am doing GATE now, for preparing GATE now. So I know for coming in IIT, we required less than 100 AR rank. So after coming here, I am very much interested and very much after looking the each and every labs and atmosphere here. So I am very much interested and try to do and come here with a good grade score, and my area of interest is process control, because it is very much interested and very much nice. Thank you.
So actually, we now admit students with BTech background if you have good GATE score, not necessarily first 100, but it could be even somewhat lower than that, but you should have good GATE score, and we directly admit them into PhD program. So you have to do courses almost equivalent to MTech, say a little less than MTech. I think you have to do 7 courses, and then you can immediately start your PhD. So you don't have to do MTech and PhD. If you are really motivated, interested in doing research, you can, after you qualify for GATE, you apply to our program directly for a PhD. That is possible. And I mean, maybe 15 years back we were much more reserved about this, but now the thinking has changed quite a lot. And then we have a program which is, in fact, we also have MTech PhD program. You can join MTech and get 2 degrees. You can, when you graduate, you can directly, you can convert your MTech into a dual degree, which is MTech and PhD. So you can apply after your MTech, then you don't need ME or MTech, you don't need GATE. But if you are applying after BTech, you need GATE. If you are applying after your ME or MTech, you can apply directly to the PhD program. Okay. So that is right. No, so BTech, but to get fellowship after BTech, you need to qualify GATE. Okay, and those ranks for that are not necessarily same as admission into MTech. Maybe MTech closes at first 100 or first 50 or something, but that is not necessarily true for those who are coming into a PhD track. It's through interview. So if you can prove yourself in the interview, well then. Even if you don't have GATE score in top 100, it doesn't matter. We evaluate you on your interview, on, you know, that is, so you can apply, and, you know, if you are interested. So GATE score is an indicator of your performance, but that is not the only indicator. So we are willing to judge you on your performance through an interview. Okay. So only thing is that we will need a GATE score to get a fellowship, MHRD, because all the IIT fellowships are through MHRD. So project you don't require. No? TAP requires GATE score. Yeah. So we have 2 modes of PhD here. One is institute fellowship, MHRD fellowship. Other one is, in fact, through projects. There are large number of research projects going on, and you can join as a project staff and do a PhD. So, so we almost, suppose we are taking 15 students into MHRD program, TA position, teaching assistant position, then almost same number we take for our projects. There are a variety of projects through Department of Biotechnology, Department of Science and Technology supported projects, or Board of Research for Nuclear Sciences. There are many agencies which support research, and you can join a project and do a PhD. So it's a double track, that you are working on a project and you are pursuing your PhD here. So that is possible. Again, if you are coming after BTech, you need GATE. If you are coming after MTech, you need to be ME or MTech. You don't have to qualify through GATE. You can come directly after the ME. Any other things? Otherwise, today, okay, so you want to speak? Yeah.
Sir, just I want to ask about the postdoc. Sir, what are the scenario or how we can proceed to postdoc after PhD?
Postdoc options are now available in IIT.
Okay.
I think.
So,
can you answer?
yeah. So, postdoc fellowships are available at IIT. It is typically for people who are within 5 years of having finished their PhD. I think right now the level of support is, it is being revised, but it is something like a fellowship of 35,000 plus 30% HRA, something like that. And what is it? It is required that your PhD is not from IIT but from somewhere else, and the typical tenure is for 2 years. However, you have to propose a postdoc proposal in terms of a research area. You have a faculty mentor who agrees to guide you, and then it gets it goes through Dean Faculty's office for appointment. And I think we also encourage postdocs to be associated with more than one faculty and have some kind of involvement in either lab or teaching, so that you are also enhancing your teaching skills in addition to research skills. So we have
yeah, and there are significant number. I mean, some 35 postdoc positions. They are not filled, I think.
Yeah, postdoc fellowships are available.
Available.
It depends upon your research interest matching some
faculty,
and there will be an evaluation process in each department, and then.
So postdoc positions are now available. So I think depends upon each department, but most department want you to give a presentation in the department, and then you are evaluated. So yeah, okay.
Day by day. So, what are the prospectus towards our life and towards the world? That means, what are the researches are going on that I think I have to know. Means.
So it's a little bit difficult to answer. You want to know that what is the research going on which is relevant to Maharashtra region, or? Okay, so broadly, I can tell you that this is not the only institute where there is climate studies. This is one of the programs which is there at doctoral level, but otherwise there is MTech level programs in climate studies are there in Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, in IIT Kharagpur, in IIT Bhubaneswar, our Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology in Pune. Is a very strong national research lab that is conducting climate change research. And then there are other centers as well. So I think there's two broad areas. One is, can we predict climate change? And for that, Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology has now got a what they call Advanced Center for Climate Change Prediction. And we are building the first Indian Earth system model within that department. Otherwise, there is Center for Atmospheric Science in IIT Delhi and so on. So there are different people who are looking at different aspects of it. So I think the broad idea is to improve our ability to predict
climate change. If we can improve the ability to predict, then we can scale it down to impacts level, and we will know the impacts with less uncertainty or with greater confidence. Then we can plan the response. So that is the kind of approach that is there. Indeed. So, for example, in our own climate studies program, there is, so the broad idea is to look at the extremes in monsoon rainfall and to be able to scale it down to the river basin or to the agricultural sort of area level, so that you can tell what would be the water availability and what would be the water deficit in some case. The other thing that farmers are, we are also have faculty members who are directly interacting with agriculturists and farmers, and it appears that farmers are interested in knowing whether there would be successive drought in more than 1 year. So we want to improve the capability to predict not just drought, but whether you will have successive drought in more than 1 year, and so on. So yes, there are very specific topics, and some of them involve a lot of statistical kind of approaches. Models themselves have uncertainties, so you will take multi-model output and you will try to do some statistical analysis to bring it down to what does it mean for Vidarbha, what does it mean for, you know, one river basin, and so on. So such researches are going on. I think once you get into the field, you understand what is the nature of the work and where is the knowledge gap and what, you know, what needs to be filled up. So I think this becomes very specific to every field. So, you know, if you are free and here next week, you can attend the climate summer school and get more of an orientation to that if you like. Cloud seeding is still inconclusive. That is, how do you seed a cloud with, let us say, salt particles? But we do have at least one person in mechanical engineering who is interested in clouds in a very significant way. The problem with clouds in terms of cloud seeding is that it is not, it's almost like this, that if you have too few particles and you add particles, then the water vapor has particles to agglomerate and grow into droplets and fall as rain. If you have a reasonable number of particles and you add more particles, then the drops become too small and they're not going to fall. And so, and what happens within the cloud in terms of the turbulence, etc., it influences the amount of water vapor available in a very significant. So it's a complex problem. So I don't think that cloud seeding, either experimentally or in simulations, so far it is not conclusive, that if you seed like this, you will definitely get rain. That condition has not been identified yet. Cloud seeding per se? Clouds, yes. Professor Amitabh Bhattacharya from mechanical, and myself, I'm looking at aerosols and clouds. But once you have particular models that can simulate on different scales, then one can apply it to a cloud seeding experiment.
Okay, so there are no other, no one else wants to talk. Should we bring this session to an end? So it was very nice interacting with you. It was fun, and then we hope that we can do something like this again, and we'll try to keep in touch with you. So we want you to be our brand ambassadors. We would put these videos on the net through CDEEP and through IIT Bombay webpage. You should tell your friends to watch these videos, get them excited about research at IIT Bombay in chemical engineering. So that's important. Call it a close. So thank you, thanks for the feedback which was very, very valuable. And I think we too have lot to learn from this workshop, so we'll reflect on your feedback and hope we see you again here at IIT Bombay sometime later. Yeah. So in particular, I would like to thank Professor Avinash Amte. I think without his support from SPFU, it just wouldn't be possible. So I think we should give him a big hand. So in very, very short time, he helped us arrange this whole thing. Almost 15 days we have been able to arrange this. So thank you.